Guys, good afternoon. It's Saturday here in Georgetown, and it is the Georgetown House Tour Day, which is why all these fancy houses have tents and ticket takers set up. You can pay money. It's actually a lot. It's like 50 bucks, I think. I don't even know. And they give you a map of like 10 houses in Georgetown, which are open to, well, people who like to go on house tours, yeah? There are huge lines at some of the big mansions around town and people sneaking into the alleys and stuff. I'm actually here because we've got a Tesla protest down here on M Street, I think, and then we also got a motorcade at the Ukrainian embassy some of you guys are asking me about. I believe it's the Ukrainian Prime Minister and or Finance Minister. Both of them are in town for the IMF this week, but we'll go down and see what we can see, yeah? This one. It's the second one. Nah, I can't see him. Yeah. Yeah, those are all embassy cars. Hey guys, good morning. It's Sunday morning. That's pancake day to most people. Not me though, I'm out here working. We are at the US Capitol. That's actually the Supreme Court, which is across the street from the Capitol, because a couple congressmen, including Congressman Jeffries, the minority leader, have decided to have a sit-in on the Capitol steps to protest against Donald Trump. So, gotta get a picture, yeah? We're gonna go get a photo, and then we'll get some lunch. Not going to be a very busy day today. I've got other stuff, family stuff to do today. But who knows what we'll see while we're running around the city. I hear a megaphone over there on the left. That's the House chamber. It's so windy. These black trucks here are CDU units, civil disturbance units. In case the crowd gets ugly, they'll box them up in these trucks and take them to the holding pens. There we go. Just in case they're needed, I guess. Let's go over here. I don't know if there's any cameramen over here or not. Don't know how long this is going on either. There's the Capitol Dome, by the way.
We're inviting different speakers to come out. On my left is another senator. We're keeping count. There might be a little bit of a rivalry between the House and the Senate. I think the score right now is senators outnumbering House members, and there's only 100 of us. But maybe you can do your rebuttal. You can reclaim your time, and then introduce our guests.
But we know their excuse is phony because they, for instance, have spent time. Elon Musk has spent time targeting allegedly waste, fraud, and abuse in Social Security, your earned benefit. The average Social Security recipient lives on $65 a day. Elon Musk right now has contracts with the federal government that make about $8 million a day. If you want to go after waste, fraud, and abuse, start right there.
Okay, so they've been there for 5 hours. Those kids are mostly American University students and other college students who came out to support them. They're live streaming it all day today. Of course, they got to get back to work tomorrow, so it's not going to be like a Occupy kind of thing. There's some kids over there in their graduation outfits. Kids always come out and take pictures as they graduate universities and high schools in D.C. Next to the Capitol. Let's make our way back to our car, yeah? It's 8 o'clock on a Monday and run into the White House. Not for a ladder preset, because they have a press conference. A press conference at 8:30. What the hell? All right, I guess today is Immigration Day. Besant, Treasury Secretary Mike Walls. Well, they're in full court press out today. I think they're having some issues. up, man?
Questions?
Mr. Besson, Tom Dempsey with News Nation. When can we expect the first trade deal?
I think
As of this weekend, the president wrote on Truth Social that tariffs will substantially reduce, even eliminate the income taxes for many Americans, especially those making under $200,000. How will that work?
I haven't spoken to President Trump since he got back from the Vatican. We're going to be having a tax meeting
days
today.
alone. Among those arrested were a Colombian murderer, alleged MS-13 and 18th Street gang members, and a Russian with a red notice for manslaughter. And on the other side of the country, in the early Sunday morning hours, DOJ and DHS together launched a joint raid of an illegal alien underground nightclub used by Tren de Aragua in Colorado Springs, Colorado. DHS took more than 100 illegal aliens into custody, and many drugs and weapons were also seized.
This administration here, the success is unprecedented. We beat Trump's first administration on border success. Border numbers are historic low. Today, as I'm standing here, we have the most secure border in the history of this nation. And the numbers prove it.
Okay, guys, it is time to pick up our new ladder. Yeah, the new ladder we're going to take to the White House today. It's in here. Let's go find it. There it is. New ladder for me. Let's head to the White House and give it a try. We got the Philadelphia Eagles coming in today. That's a good enough opportunity. Okay, here's the new ladder. It's tall. It only weighs like 11 kilograms. It's actually ensconced in plastic right now. So we're going to take this in, and I think we're going to use this today because the Philadelphia Eagles are coming to the White House, and there's going to be a lot of press there. But first, let's get this trash out of the way. Some of you were asking what happens if someone takes your ladder. It does happen, but to combat that, well, we put a bunch of stickers on it with our name, and hopefully people learn how to read and stay away from my ladder. It's lunchtime. Lots of stand-ups from the Philadelphia news media here visiting. Get out of their photo. No. All right, let's make our way in. Oh, Marine's changing. It's getting warm. I don't think I'm gonna need this coat today. Oh, you got stuck. It's okay. Oh. Wow, what a pretty day. This morning out at Pebble Beach, the birds were just going nuts. I mean, those like mourning doves or whatever. Oh, what do we got? Oh, wow. Do-do-do.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Do-do-do-do-do. All right, we're going up high. Eagles crew. It says
The Eagles crew got
It says Eagles crew. Fox. If he gets in, he will. That's where it's all going to happen in about 3 hours. Yeah, we got 2 or 3 hours to kill. And we'll do that. We're going back. Time to run back. Audio's working. Oh, gotta let the guy go. Thank you. Okay, we are walking down past the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. The spring meetings have finished, thankfully, so we can actually park on the street again. And the waterfall's turned on. That is a sign that summer is coming. The IMF waterfall is dripping down the sides of the wall. We're going to get some pizza today because I'm kind of hungry and we got a lot of time before this next event goes on. Can you even see the water moving? I guess you can. If I put my hand there, you'll see it. Raw. Ugh, it's all wet. Probably shouldn't have done that before eating pizza. Oh well, whatever. Yeah. What do we got today? Same we have every day, right? Ooh, got too many slices left. 2 of these. Hey guys, lunch has been served. Quick lunch. Let's eat it and go do something. Okay, pizza has been consumed, but we just don't want to stay inside because it's really nice outside. Yeah, let's cut through this little parking lot over to campus. This is part of GW's mobile public health crews. Go out into neighborhoods and try to help them get healthier. GW is one of the big med schools in DC, the other being Georgetown and Howard University. But I think GW, because of its central location, it attracts a lot of people who don't want to go up to Georgetown, maybe. They also treat a lot of like trauma cases that come from the downtown area. So Howard actually has a pretty good trauma center too. We're going to cut over on the quad here. You might notice that this area up here is completely fenced. This is anti-scale riot fences that were added last year after the protests. These are not the temporary ones. These are full-on permanent that have been put in to keep protesters out should they need to lock down the quad like they did last year. GW is waiting with bated breath for the administration to decide what they're going to do with them. The administration's gone after several schools, and GW is on the short list of schools they're going to go after because all of this was occupied for a couple weeks during the protests last year. Let's cut down this way. This building on my left, by the way, is the law school. So if you want to go to GW Law School, here's where you go. It's actually got a really good intellectual property program. If you want to be an IP lawyer, you should really come here. That building over there is the Textile Museum. The Textile Museum used to be up in Northwest until Jeff Bezos bought the building and turned it into his private house. And the museum's over here now. Let's cut through this tunnel. Maybe we should just get a scooter or something. Not that. It's too nice. Give me the green. Yay! Bike is mine. Oh. Wow, it's been a while since we biked down Pennsylvania Avenue. So down over there is a bunch of buses. I think that's the Philadelphia Eagles arriving. Let's swing down there, see if we see anyone famous. Of course, I only know the Eagles when they're wearing helmets and shoulder pads. I don't really know them otherwise. What do we got going? Oh wow, all the TV crews coming in. Ugh, it's gonna be a nightmare. Nightmare. Get past all those TV crews. That's some nice luxury coaches they came down on. True conductor over here, telling the truth. And we got folks out here, just being chill. Oh. And I think that's the Eagles up here. I guess they've already boarded or gotten off. A few fans out here waiting to root for them. Usually they come in the other side. I guess they came in this side today. Oh, they got a motorcycle escort? That's pretty swag. Oh. Eagles. Yep. Okay. Got a photo of the police motorcycle with an Eagles flag flying from it. I guess they're going to say he had to do it because, DC-Philadelphia rivalry is pretty strong. If that was a true DC fan, his buddies are going to give him crap about that. All right, we're down on the ellipse. It's a good thing I showed you the big red one when I did last week, those red flowers in front of the 1st Division Memorial, because they've all been ripped up now. There are no more red flowers in the 1st Division Memorial. So you only get about a week or two of them in bloom if you want to take that photo. All right, let's swing over onto the ellipse. See what's going on down here. Not a lot, it looks like. Oh. Try not to get killed. We got down here, we got the Marine Band truck. They got a nice new bus, or they maybe just rewrapped it a new color. Oh, bumpy as heck. That's a lot of tourists. Yeah. They're going on the grass. So there's the Marine Corps Band's vehicles. Bluebird buses. There's the trucks that do nothing. They are doing nothing right now, which is a good thing. When they're doing something, that means there's trouble. The rest of the time, they just do nothing. We hear a fire truck coming down the street. Not in too much of a hurry, so I don't think it's anything major. Let's go down here. Yeah, it looks like a rescue squad up here. Those are... Oh, here's all the Eagles fans. They're going in. We should yell some Redskin stuff or Commander stuff. Anyway, there's a rescue squad up there. That's usually someone stuck in an elevator. I think the majority of the rescue squad calls every day are for people stuck in elevators. There's one racing up here up 15th Street. Now we'll check it later. Okay, we're down at McPherson Square Metro. You guys come to DC and we'll visit the White House, you'll probably come to this metro station just next to the Veterans Administration, or what I call the Department of Veterans Affairs. You can tell how old I am, I still say VA, Veterans Administration. We are going to walk down this street. That over there is, what's her name, Dolly Madison's house. That's where she lived after Madison was president. Also the first headquarters of NASA. It's now part of that big, giant red building, which is the Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit. DC has two courts of appeals, one for the Federal Circuit and one for the DC Circuit. DC Circuit's down in the Prettyman Courthouse. This one is here. Complicated. Two different sets of judges. Let's cut through Lafayette Park, make our way back to the press entrance. I'm going to go inside the White House and just chill for a bit. Not much going on. So we're in Lafayette Park. There's another federal fountain not working. Remember I was telling you the other day that most of the federal government fountains are out of service. Just not enough money in the Park Service budget to keep them running. That also reminds me, Andrew Jackson used to have a bunch of cannons around his statue, and they were taken away, 4 or 5 years ago to be renovated. I'm not sure what happened to those. Must be in some warehouse somewhere. Maybe they don't want to put the cannons back here, too militaristic or something like that. Or they get graffitied. All the statues here get graffiti from time to time. They've started closing the park whenever there's a big protest now, just to save them having to clean up later. Not much. Looks like all of the tulips have done and busted out. I guess they're going to replace these with new flowers soon. It's so grassy out here. Trimming. Well, that fountain works. The fountain at the White House. Yeah, that one works. So Trump was over here by this tree the other day talking about putting in a 100-foot tall flagpole. He wants to put one on both sides. The one on the south side might interfere with Marine One. I'm not really sure. But he wants to put one out here somewhere. I don't know if he wants to put it dead center or just a little bit off to the left. There is a flagpole already at the tennis court, way in the back right. But I guess it's not tall enough. Maybe they can make that one bigger. Alright, the Eagles buses are still there. There's Truth Conduct's having fun. Guess he got tired of playing national anthems. Alright, let's go fight these press guys who are doing a sweep. Let's see if we can get out. Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller is giving a press hit, I think at Newsmax, which is just right over there behind Brian Glenn, Real America Voice. We're set up over here in case he does come to talk to us. We're not sure what he wants to do. He might just walk in. He might. Oh, there he is. Where's he going?
Well, what I would say is that his comments, if nothing else, clearly could be construed as inciting violence. So, President Trump survived 2 assassination attempts against his life. Of course, there's been many more credible threats against President Trump and his family and associates. We've, of course, seen the spate of left-wing domestic terrorism all across this country. By the way, the destruction of property sits directly adjacent to attacks on humans and physical attacks. In other words, once you tolerate and once you allow for attacks on property, you're just a step away from people throwing Molotov cocktails into people's homes. And you've even seen some, I think one example of a formerly prominent Washington Post journalist who seemed to be celebrating the murder of a healthcare CEO, right? Health insurance CEO. And that's the point we've reached in this country, where people are engaging in rhetoric and behavior that puts the lives of public servants in danger, puts the lives of conservative Americans in danger. And so that's the first thing I would say. And then, of course, secondly, right, just this war that Democrat governors and mayors are waging against federal law enforcement. I mean, this is nullificationist behavior. This is successionist behavior. Where they're saying they don't recognize the supremacy of federal law enforcement in terms of protecting the lives and livelihoods of American citizens against a foreign invasion. Never seen anything like it. And of course, the result of their conduct is that they're allowing illegal aliens to go free and rape and murder their own citizens. So I can't imagine having a leader in a city or a state that would privilege the well-being of illegal alien murderers over their own citizens, but that's where we are right now.
So much cooler. We could have waited in here.
I wouldn't know about the car seating.
Okay.
I can just tell them. Who do we have to move?
What could it do? See inside? Can you see him in the oval? Oh, it's so cool in this tree. Put the riser out here. Oh, it's a standing crowd. Oh, they're sitting. Oh.
No.
You bigger?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
There's Eagles crew right there.
There's room on the other side, but Fox didn't show up. There's room on the other side at the end. They did. They might show up. Who knows? All right, we're here.
This is his grandson.
Is that Kai? I think that's his grandkids with him. He's right back behind there. It's the White House photographer taking pictures of Trump. He's behind those bushes. They're coming out in just a second. I think he's got his grandkids with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, accompanied by head coach Nick Sirianni and Lane Johnson.
Offensive lineman, really of all time, when you're a six-time All-Pro.
I'm taking photos in the Rose Garden in the colonnade with the owners of the Eagles. All right. Hey guys, quite a day today. Very, very busy. I filed 6, 7, 8 sets of photos. I lost track, to be honest. I probably sent like 70 or 80 photos up to date. They're already in like the Daily Mail and some other magazines that are already out. Thanks a lot for watching. Tomorrow should be a little bit quieter, not as insane, but you never know. Anyway, here's some pictures. See you soon.